Download the BCSN Plus app today. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. On the Diamond with Duane is brought to you by State Farm agent Julie Spann Johnson. Covering your bases and protecting your future. Call Julie for all of your insurance needs.
We're raising the stakes as we've reached the regional finals and tickets are punched. So there's plenty to talk about this week for On the Diamond with Duane. Duane, we have to start with a little bit of history that was made today.
Yes.
Haley Griggs from Perrysburg ties the state record for most home runs in a single season. Does that feat surprise you at all?
Not from the Griggs family. I mean, they are athletes through and through, and if anybody in this area was going to do that, and I think there's now only 3 that's achieved that, she would be the one that would do that.
So Griggs up there is one of the greatest players, at least in these recent years, to come out of this area. But another one we're featuring as our player of the week. She comes from Bryan, and it's Thea Staten.
Yeah, and Thea, when you sit down and you look at her stats so far and what she has accomplished, it is amazing just to see what she's doing. There's 2 things that probably jump out when you look at those stats. The first one is that she has been an all-state selection her freshman, sophomore, and junior year. And this year, she's leading the whole state of Ohio in an ERA of .297. That's crazy. You know, she is right up there with a couple other players that are probably the best players in Northwest Ohio.
And the best part is she's still leading Bryan, who is still alive as of right now in the regional tournament. Of course, looking to head to state as well. As we turn to our team of the week, they're in the same boat. It's the Anthony Wayne Generals, who, of course, are always one of the best teams in our area.
Yes, and I went back in a little research to see in this local area the last 4 years who was the best team, and by far it's Anthony Wayne that stands out. During that time frame, Ron Myers and the Generals were 114 and 13 record. Not only that, but they made it to the Final Four 3 out of those 4 years. 2021 and 2024, they made it to the semifinals. And 2023, they made it to the championship. So again, my hat off to them, and they too are a winner today.
What impresses me the most, of course, with the Generals is just how they've consistently been able to produce pitchers. And Molly Connor, the next great, who had such an awesome outing today with 17 strikeouts. But Duane, I got to know, where do the Generals now continue to stack up in your top 10?
Well, you know, as teams fall off, as you look at there and what teams got knocked out, a little surprised that those in the NBC got knocked out. But there are those 3 stables that you always expect to make it on, and that is Perrysburg, Springfield, and Anthony Wayne. And fortunately, they're all in 3 different divisions this year, so they're not knocking each other off. So, you know, congratulations to their success and the other ones today with Bryan, and we'll see how they move on into the finals in the district. And we're hoping to be able to send BCSN out to the state tournament to watch them play in the Final Four.
Oak Harbor, also one of those teams that's still alive. With the way that the NBC was kind of battling each other, it was really felt like it could have been anyone's day to come away with the victory. And in this case, it was Oak Harbor. But we have to give credit where credit's due, with Eastwood being one of multiple conference champions that we saw this year. The Eagles winning the NBC ultimately among multiple other teams who achieved success.
Yeah, so as you look at that, again, we want to congratulate those teams that are listed up there that went out there in their leagues and their conference and played the best ball and walked away as champions. So again, as you look at that, congratulations to those and the teams that really pushed them to make them the champions that they are.
Elmwood, also one of those teams that had made it to a regional semifinal today, but fell to Oak Harbor in their game. So still a successful run for that team as well. But we'll keep you locked in here on BCSN, of course, bringing you regional finals, as many as we can get to on Friday. And then, of course, looking ahead to the state final for next week.
Yes, look forward to get down there and see how these teams, because I feel there's maybe at least 3 or 4 that can definitely make it there now. So really excited to go see that happen.
Thanks so much as always, Duane.
Thank you for having me.